Thursday, and still the Cleveland State Vikings, as the 7th seed, have won 2 games and now find themselves in the semis, as we said, for the 4th straight year. Here we go from Indianapolis, and Tae Townsend gets it on the first possession, misses there, and the ball tips out to Tristan Enaruna.
Well, right away, you see where the Grizzlies are trying to go, right into their player of the year. Tae Townsend got a pretty good look, just unable to convert on that opening possession. And you see right out of the gate, Oakland in their infamous matchup 2-3 zone.
Dylan Arnett trying to pass out of it, and he throws it away as Tae Townsend takes it away. DQ Cole finding Osei Price, who got the start on Thursday. Cole had 14 in the win over Purdue Fort Wayne to get Oakland to this point. Wanted to go inside for Chris Conway, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Golden Grizzlies.
You know, both of these teams are eerily similar when it comes to the stats on the season. You take a look at their stats, they're almost carbon copy of each other, but both teams really hang their hat on the defensive end of the court. They do it in a much different way, but both teams really try to have great success by defending extremely well night in and night out.
DQ Cole to miss on the 3. Townsend nearly created a turnover, but the Vikings keep it. Last year, Cleveland State reached the Horizon League championship game, but fell to Northern Kentucky. The eventual champ was Tae Williams, called for the travel.
It really takes away any type of movement, but already 2 quick turnovers for Cleveland State in just the first couple of trips down.
DQ Cole, the junior out of Pontiac, Michigan, very near the Oakland campus. Osei Price on the drive and throws it away as Tae Williams steals. And a quick turnover as the Vikings in transition have Arnett. Too long to be the head coach of the Golden Grizzlies, of course the longest tenured active D1 coach, 40 consecutive seasons at Oakland, and is 4 wins away from 700 in his illustrious career.
Yeah, just a remarkable career that Greg Kampe has, and it's amazing. All the coaches we get a chance to talk to doing what we do, not one time have we ever come across somebody who doesn't have just the most unbelievable positive stories, things to say about Greg Kampe. Truly one of the great coaches, but also one of the great people in college basketball.
That is absolutely right. And Drew Louder takes the lid off the basket, knocks down a 3 for the first bucket of this semifinal.
And Tristan Enaruna obviously is going to get a lot of attention, rightfully so. But in my opinion, Drew Louder is the guy. When he plays well, they are really difficult to beat because he can do that right there. He can knock down the 3, which you're going to have to do against this Oakland zone in order to be successful.
Drew Louder had 17 points, picking up the slack without Enaruna on Thursday. Tae Townsend sends it out to DQ Cole with 5 to shoot for the Golden Grizzlies. Louder picks his pocket. Louder flings it up, and the alley-oop slam for Tae Williams. What a start for the Vikings.
Cleveland State is terrific at turning their defense into offense. And you saw it right there, forcing the turnover and the steal and getting out for the finish way above the rim for Tae Williams.
Osei Price the miss on the 3, back tapped by Conway. Fresh 20 on the clock for the Golden Grizzlies. Blake Lampman on the drive, blocked by Arnett. Drew Louder going to work against DQ Cole. Jason Woodrich for 3. That's too strong. Arnett went for the rebound, but taken away by Osei Price.
Well, a perfect example you see right there. There were only 3 passes made on that entire possession, and a forced quick shot from the corner by Woodrich, and just shows the impact of that zone. But Oakland really struggling down here on the offensive end to get any kind of clean look.
Tae Townsend trying to change it, but he's blocked by Enaruna. Tae Williams on the run, and a foul is called. Man, what a start. Greg Kampe had some of the fastest-paced, highest-scoring teams in the country, but they are...
Quickness to the ball has really bothered Oakland on the offensive end of the court.
Oakland is 0 for 6 to start, but putting Tae Williams at the free throw line has been tough for the Vikings. He is a 44.8% free throw shooter. To go down low, Golke gets blocked out of bounds.
Preseason poll, obviously finished first, won the conference outright, but you know, they have as good a chance this year as any, and a lot of it is because of that guy right there. Jack Golke has really added another element for him offensively, but off to a little bit of a tough start here so far through the first 4 minutes of this one.
0 for 8 from the field is Oakland to start this game. The last time the Golden Grizzlies reached the championship game of the Horizon League tournament was in the 2021 season, and Greg Campy. Drew Louder will inbound for Cleveland State. Vikings finally keep it, and Tae Williams a step into the lane and puts it in off the glass.
And that was a broken play. That was pretty good defense by Oakland underneath that bounce play. Almost came away with a steal, but Tae Williams just showing that athleticism one-on-one against Chris Conway, getting to the rim, able to finish.
Rocket Watts into the game now. Jack Golke has an open three. The lid's off the basket for the Golden Grizzlies.
You and I have talked about it. That is the difference this year with this Oakland team offensively. You've got Jack Golke on the court. You've also got Blake Lampman on the court. Blake Lampman was open, but his defender couldn't help on Golke. A good ball fake. When you've got two shooters, it's hard to cover both at the same time.
And there's a steal. Rocket Watts on the run. Enaruna the block.
I'd say Tristan Enaruna looks pretty good after missing that game on Thursday against Youngstown State.
Looks pretty healthy to me. Tae Williams, the baseline jumper is good. 6 early points for Tae Williams. And Tae Williams plays with so much energy. I think back to last year's run to the championship. Tae Williams was a monster here in Indy. Doing it again here early.
And already Cleveland State doing a great job of taking away the middle of the floor for Oakland offensively. They're forcing everything towards the corners and the baseline. We see a nice turnaround jump shot from Chris Conway, but they're almost baiting Oakland into driving baseline, and then they're trapping it, taking everything away, and Oakland's gonna have to figure out a way to get the ball in the lane more. You see that time Chris Conway being aggressive offensively.
Chris Conway, the senior out of Naperville, Illinois, had 4 blocks in Thursday's win against Purdue Fort Wayne. Nice pass inside, and Jason Woodridge the layup.
And the weak spot of any zone defense is always going to be the middle, and that time Tae Williams just driving right down the lane, getting to the free throw line pretty much uncontested. And a great drop-off for the easy layup. Cleveland State finding it pretty easily already against this zone so far in this first half.
Rocket Watts against a double. Golke turns around, flips up a 3, no, and the rebound to Trae Townsend. Almost stolen by Cleveland State. Skip pass, Watts in the corner, swatted out of bounds by Dillon. His team is bought into it, especially when you think about Thursday night. They play without Tristan Enaruna, their best player. I think a lot of people around the league did not expect them to get here, but here they are. It's because they're doing things like what we're seeing here in these first 7 minutes.
Well, one thing they're doing a great job of as well, they're not allowing Oakland any offensive rebounds. Oakland only has 1 so far, even though they've only made 2 shots. So Cleveland State doing a great job of limiting them to 1 possession each time down.
Arnett the kick out. It's stolen by Blake Lampman. Lampman to the cup. No. Rebounded DQ. Cole the bucket and the foul.
Chip game, but Oakland's too experienced. They've been on too many tough games throughout the season. They will calm down and get back into the game just slowly but surely, and that's where they got to do it. Forced to steal that last time on defense. They got to create turnovers and try to get out on the break for some easy baskets.
Now back within 3 are the Golden Grizzlies. Drew Louder a long 3. That won't go. And it comes out to Trae Townsend. Cole on the move. Right to the rim.
And that it's up in pressures and denies. Sometimes you just got to break the play and make a play one-on-one, and that is exactly what DQ Cole did right there.
Now the Golden Grizzlies making a run back within 1. Tristan Enaruna around 2 defenders. No. Cole grabs the rebound. Horizon League Player of the Year, Trae Townsend, still looking for his first bucket. Cole, a long 3 from the top. That's short. Lampman will grab the rebound on the long carry. Fresh 20 for the Golden Grizzlies. Looking for their first lead of the game. Townsend, baseline fadeaway, won't go. Chase Robinson into the game for Cleveland State. Had a career best 20 points on Thursday in the win against Youngstown. And underneath, how about Tevin Smith high off the window for the bucket?
That was a really difficult shot. That was pretty good defense by Oakland, but Tevin Smith just using the glass to advantage there.
DQ Cole on the drive and the quick score.
And DQ Cole's the guy for Oakland that can beat you off the dribble and create on his own. He's very quick, very athletic, and you see already 2 times these last couple possessions, he has just simply gotten in the lane and gotten to his spot and able to finish over a smaller defender.
Well, DQ Cole with 14 points in that game on Thursday against Purdue-Fort Wayne really helped them out early. Doing it again is Tristan Enaruna scores for the first time.
And Cleveland State worked really hard on that yesterday. The one-on-one moves, catching it at the elbow. And Tristan Enaruna, because of his size, a legit 6'7", 6'8", has the ability to shoot over smaller defenders, and you saw it right there.
Trey Townsend in a double, can't get it to go. A rebound underneath by Taburu.
Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live. The exclusive home of the complete 30 best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. On ESPN Plus. The exclusive home of the complete on ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library.
Golke now with 3 threes and 9 points in the first half.
It is so hard to guard these guys because they run so much misdirection away from the ball, where if you fall asleep for even a half a second on defense guarding Golke or Lampman, they're coming off a cut at some point. And that time, everybody was so focused on Trey Towns in isolation that Golke just ran off 2 screens and got wide open off the handoff.
Williams high off the window and in. Tae Williams now 12 in the first half.
Tae Williams is having himself a basketball game so far. Really active, able to get to the rim and finish that time with a tough bank.
Near steal, but the Grizzlies keep it. And now a foul coming up.
Ball, which has allowed Cleveland State to get a deflection, get their hand on the ball. That time very fortunate not to turn it over.
Second roadblock in their potential run to tomorrow is Cleveland State. They're giving them all they can handle for 1 seed Golden Grizzlies. 1 point lead for Oakland. Tae Williams, no. Off a break, taking down Indiana State. Here in Indianapolis, A lot of people talking about that game yesterday, as they will represent the Valley, but perhaps the Valley gets two teams if Indiana State gets in as well.
And Preston Spradlin at Morehead State's done an unbelievable job with that program since taking over a few years ago at Morehead State. Not going to be an easy out for whoever they match up, a great defensive team. But yeah, that Indiana State Drake game was something to see yesterday.
Jack Golke, a three this time won't go. It comes out to Tae Williams. On the run and hands it back to Tristan Enaruna. 2 first-half points for the first-team All-Horizon League selection. He's going to take the three from the wing over Lampman. Too strong. And Chris Conway the rebound.
Tristan Enaruna is a capable three-point shooter, shoot 31% on the season. Just doesn't take a lot of them.
Trey Townsend thought about the three. Now on the drive, and they call a blocking foul.
Trey Townsend very those charges now, which was a great change in the rules this season.
Big swing in this game. Instead, Townsend gets to the free throw line and knocks down a
bench here and probably sit these last 3 minutes. But, you know, Oakland is great of a start as Cleveland State got off to, somehow with a 3-point lead in this basketball game, just making the right adjustments and doing just enough here.
Now Chase Robinson hoists, can't get that to go. In some ways, this has been what Oakland's been this year. They're a grittier team than you remember them being when they were that high-flying team of the past. But defensive-minded, good offensively, will find a way. Lampman this time with a hand in his face misses the third.
One seed and won the conference regular season outright. You said it, they just kind of find a way to do it. Now, defensively, obviously, they make it hard because it's a hard defense to prepare for. You can simulate it in practice, but you're not going to play it as well as they do because you're not used to doing so. So it's just a very difficult team to prepare for from a scouting standpoint.
Off the miss, down the floor, Cole trying to find Taburu, and that one gets away from him and back down the floor quickly. The Vikings, nifty move from Tae Williams to score.
Should have thought score.
Yeah.
It was just one-on-one. You got to think score in that situation. The defender knew he was looking to pass the ball.
Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Oakland, 17 to shoot. Under 2 minutes left. Hunter down low. DQ Cole puts it in.
Oakland spent about 10 minutes yesterday in their practice working on their sideline out-of-bounds plays in those back doors, and they executed that to perfection right there.
Nice pass down low to Tae Williams for the slam. Tae Williams has 16 in the first half.
A little miscommunication right there. Great pass by Tristan Enaruna, but the ball went to the middle of the zone. Chris Conway came up too high, left the basket wide open, and nobody accounted for Tae Williams in the corner.
Hunter into the post. Chris Conway trying to get around Enaruna and does.
Yeah, great move there. Tried to go baseline initially. It was taken away, and good patience by Conway, spinning back to his right hand towards the middle.
Enaruna wide open for the slam. Miscommunication defensively.
And Greg Campy furious over there. That's 2 times in a row where the basket has been left wide open. So certainly some miscommunication on Oakland and who's supposed to be down there.
Tone Hunter will go to the. Don't have Trey Townsend on the floor right now because he has 2 fouls and almost picked up a average 16, almost 8 rebounds a game, 3 assists. Kid who grew up in Oxford, Michigan, bleeding black and gold. Both of his parents Oakland alums. Tone Hunter knocks down the free throw. 2-point lead for Oakland with under a minute to go here in the first half. Drew Louder for 3. That's too strong. Long rebound for Chase Robinson. And now Louder on the run. Can't get it to go, and Aruna can't tip it back.
About 2-second difference here between shot clock and game clock. Oakland's going to try to wait for that last shot. Going to use a timeout here before half.
And they will. Oakland's going to talk things over. They've got a half they took to get here. A little bit surprising, but this is a very good program.
Oh, no question. But yeah, you mentioned to be here 4 years in a row is just really, really impressive. And you see here, Oakland's going to try to hold through this last shot. They love to run misdirection to get DQ Cole isolated at the top of the key. Looks like they're trying to get inside to Trey Townsend.
And it's taken away out of bounds. It's going to rule out.
Well, they're going to try to get something going as quickly as possible. I would expect maybe some kind of screen around the half-court area here. You see Oakland picking up just to get that clock going. We see a screen here on the sideline. Good job there by Osei Price of getting a deflection, knocking it out of bounds. 3 dribbles if need be. But Chase Robinson and Jason Woodbridge, the 2 guys to keep an eye on, along with Drew Louder from the 3-point standpoint.
Goes into Robinson. Golke is going to foul him before the...
Getting fouled on the shot here. So if you're Oakland, I think you just play this out. Don't allow anything easy towards the rim. Make him heave it up from outside the arc.
Goes into Enaruna. Now a foul on Conway. With 1 point out. Greg Campy trying to play chess here defensively. They go into Enaruna. Misses the shot, but he's fouled.
You got to do a little bit better job of applying pressure to not allow him to make that pass.
Tough one for Oakland going towards halftime. Enaruna ties the game.
What do they say at halftime? We got to play the second half 0-0. I guess we're literally going to do that.
We are going to do that.
Between these 2 teams that know each other so well, this should be an awesome 20 minutes to see who goes on till tomorrow.
Everything on the line in these 20 minutes. One of these teams will move on to the Horizon League title game tomorrow night in this very building. Drew Louder finding Tristan Enaruna in the first bucket of the second half.
Watch out for Golke or Lampman coming off some type of screen for a 3.
Inbound goes to Lampman with 5 to shoot near midcourt. Lampman pulls up for 3 over Louder. That's short. And Trey Townsend corrals the long rebound. Townsend in the first half just 6 points on 1 of 6 from the field. Lampman finding him there for the bucket and a foul.
Held this Oakland team putting points on the scoreboard. Pretty quiet first half by his standards, but good start here in the first minute or so of this second half.
Now with 9 points, Trey Townsend, 2 of 7 from the field, but he's 5 of 5 at the line. And the Golden Grizzlies up by a point here early second half. Long 3 try for Woodbridge won't fall. DQ Cole with a very good first half down the floor. Goes right to the rack for the bucket.
And Danielle Robinson not going to be very pleased with that transition defense. DQ Cole just went the length of the floor uncontested and laid it in. So Oakland making some adjustments there at halftime. Already 5 quick points in the first 90 seconds here.
Tae Williams had a great first half himself with 16 points, but picked up his second foul just a minute ago. Now Louder stops and pops and knocks down the jumper.
When Cleveland State has gotten the ball to the corner, Chris Conway has been pulled out of the middle of that zone. And that time a great job by Drew Louder of a shot faking Conway on that closeout. Cleveland State's going to have to figure something out on this end of the court because Oakland's kind of getting whatever they want so far here. And already the second team foul is going against the Vikings.
And a foul coming up. So Williams and Enaruna picking up the first 2 fouls here in the second half for Cleveland State. Certainly not what they want. Chris Conway left wide open for 3, but misses there. 2 for 11 on the year before that hoist. It doesn't take him a lot, but he was given the shot. Can't find the bottom of the net. Louder tries to get the paint. It's taken away. Golke finding Lampman, and now Oakland will slow it down. Lampman driving baseline. Kick out to the top. DQ Cole misses the 3. Back tap by Conway, and Lampman's got it.
Yeah, Oakland just quicker to the basketball right now on the offensive backboard already. The second time been able to secure the rebound off a long shot miss.
And now Golke for 3. That's good. Jack Golke comes through for Oakland. And it's a 4-point lead.
And those are just baskets created off of extra effort off the offensive rebounds. Cleveland State twice now has played good defense on the initial possession, but just not finishing it with a defensive rebound, and Oakland has made them pay.
And Enaruna, no, rebounded Golke. Gets it back after it went through Lampman. Well, in the first half, Cleveland State came out with all the momentum. In the second half, Oakland has started these first few minutes with the momentum.
Well, I love the adjustment by Greg Campy to put Jack Golke in the starting lineup here in the second half. Had 3 threes in that first half and already has 1 here in the second 20 minutes.
Golke is the Horizon League 6th man of the year. DQ Cole nearly
pretty heated conversations with the officials here. The physicality and intensity level of this game has certainly picked up here in the first 4 minutes.
It has ratcheted up big time. Two programs that know each other well. Third meeting of the season. They split their 2 regular season matchups. Tae Williams trying to get to the paint, and he's fouled. 1 2-point field goal an entire season. And so, you know what?
Well, know your strengths. Know what you do well. And that is exactly what Jack Golke does well. And you just got to love the confidence that Greg Campy has given guys like Jack Golke, Blake Lampman, Travis Bader, all the guys over the years that he had that are unbelievable shooters. As long as it's a good shot within the offense, he'll let them shoot it all day. And if they miss 20 in a row, all he's worried about is the 21st one going in.
Absolutely.
Shoot the ball with confidence.
Absolutely. Golke again.
Right
rips it through. Jack Golke, now 5 made threes and 15 points to extend Oakland's lead to 7, their largest of the game. And Aruna against a double, looking for Summer to go. Chase Robinson will take the 3 from the wing off target. Rebounded and Aruna. And it's blocked out of bounds by DQ Cole.
You just cannot pay attention to anything except Jack Golke when you're guarding him. He's going to move away from the ball. He's going to lull you to sleep. And that time, just a quick little shot fake to get his feet set. And just had just enough daylight over Chase Robinson to knock down his 5th 3 of this game.
Contrary to popular belief, Jack Golke did not attend the production meeting. Just happened to hit a 3 right on cue. Thank you, Jack. Blake Lampman, another sharp shooter for Oakland. Finding Golke. DQ Cole in the corner. Trey Townsend in the post. Golke, a little daylight. Pulls up again and hits! 6 of 10 from the field. 6 of 9 from the 3-point arc. The Horizon League 6th man of the year has given Oakland a 9-0 run. Part of a 14-2 run overall to take this big lead. This time Golke going for the rebound over Tevin Smith and draws a foul.
Chip away at it, so you got to be careful. You don't want to fall in love with the 3-point shot too quickly.
Tristan and Aruna, no. Tae Williams there for the putback.
How many times do you see an air ball turn into an offensive rebound for an easy basket like that? It's incredible. And Cleveland State picking up a little full-court pressure there, but number 3 in white cannot lose him. If you're Tevin Smith guarding him right now, you are just shadowing him everywhere he goes.
Well, you said it earlier, though. He has such a quick trigger. If you give him just a shred of daylight, he's putting it up. DQ Cole will put this one up. He drills a 3.
Well, I guess it's contagious, isn't it? Because that was not a great shot. Just a tough step back off the dribble for DQ Cole, but the Grizzlies are just letting it fly with confidence right now.
Now underneath, Tae Williams turns around and puts it in over Conway. Well, he had such a huge first half, David, and now he scored 4 straight points in the second half. He could get Cleveland State back into the game by himself. But not if Golke keeps hitting him, and he finally misses. And now Tevin Smith open for 3 in the miss. It seems Cleveland State, too, is getting some early shots in the clock.
Yeah, it's easy to get a little impatient when the other team's shooting the ball like that, but you just got to stay with your game plan and what was successful for you in the first half.
DQ Cole again for 3. That one won't go.
And if you're open, by all means, shoot it, but just make sure you get a great shot each time down. Not necessarily a quick one or a bad one.
Golke. That time it won't go. Rebounded Osei Price, but he misses underneath. Tae Williams, with a head of steam, draws the foul against the Golden Grizzlies. After this one tonight, but a long way to go here. Robinson into the paint, draws a foul. During the year, Cleveland State 34%. It's not like Oakland has lit it up.
You know, this half has a similar feel to the first half, just reversed a little bit to where Cleveland State jumped out early. First 8, 9, 10 minutes of the game, Oakland clawed their way back. Obviously, Oakland came out of the gates here in the second half, just absolutely on fire. But Cleveland State's not going to go away. That's one thing about Danielle Robinson's teams. They are certainly not going to just throw in the towel. They're too talented, too physical, too good on defense. They're going to continue to chip away at this. Feels like they've got to run in them to try to make this a close game again.
Chris Conway, nice spin around Arnett for the bucket.
You know, talking to Greg Campy yesterday, he was raving about the improvement that Chris Conway has shown over the years, especially on this season alone.
Yep.
And you saw right there, when he gets his feet set and get back to his right hand, his strong hand, he's so long, he's tall, he's got good size. Just a great little jump hook there. And on the other end, Tae Williams with a quick pull-up jump shot transition.
Gotta love it. They're here scouting, and they're in uniform. The Norse fans show up.
Beers look cold, too, which I'm sure is making it a lot more enjoyable for him.
It was a nice day out in Indianapolis today.
It was very nice today.
Good way to finish your evening at the, that'll be something to monitor here as we go down the stretch. Trey Townsend takes the inbound, goes right around Enaruna for the basket.
Yeah, just a heads-up play there on the underneath that of bounds, just isolated Trey Townsend on that wing. He knew Tristan Enaruna had 3 fouls. Couldn't afford to pick up that 4th and just had to go right at him, able to finish with the left hand.
Townsend now with 11 points in this one. Arnett with the right hand. It's good. Cleveland State trailing by 9. Just about 11 minutes to go here in semifinal game number 1. Tone Hunter blocked by Louder. Arnett down the floor. Enaruna right to the cup.
I mentioned it a couple minutes ago. It felt like Cleveland State had a little bit of a run coming at some point. You see right there, back-to-back baskets. And Greg Campy doesn't want to get into a game where they're exchanging baskets with the Vikings. And not going to be real pleased with his defense over these last couple of possessions. And where are you going to turn for offense? You got to play through your player of the year, Trey Townsend, right here. Get him going.
Blake Lampman with 7 to shoot. Finding Chris Conway, tipped away by Chase Robinson. Racing down the floor and right to the rack. Cleveland State back within 5.
And Greg Campy might get a timeout here to try to settle his team down a little bit. Very reminiscent to the start of the game where Cleveland State was simply just the aggressor on the defensive end, forcing a couple easy turnovers.
Robinson reaches in for the foul.
Cleveland State getting a little momentum here, cutting this lead down to 5.
Trey Townsend all the way up top with 10 to shoot. DQ Cole takes it from him, and a foul called on the Vikings. Chase Robinson has picked up 2 quick fouls now.
Well, that time got called for the hand check, but that's just how they play defensively. You know, they hang their hat on the defensive end of the court with physicality. You can see why.
Offensive foul on Trey Townsend, and Enaruna drew that perfectly. 3rd foul.
Who had 3 fouls of his own. That very easily could have gone the other way and been his 4th, but got the call and another turnover for the Grizzlies.
So something to watch in these final 10 minutes. Townsend and Enaruna with 3 fouls apiece. Robinson underneath Arnett. Blocked by Conway. Out of Enaruna. No. And now a foul as he tries to go back up against the Golden. So free throws here for Tristan Enaruna. First one goes right. Enaruna hits both. 8 straight points for the Cleveland State Vikings, back within 3.
And they've got their defensive intensity picked up big time, which has gotten them back into this game. Just not allowing Oakland to get into anything offensively. See, just hounding the ball.
DQ Cole, nice move into the paint. Got Enaruna in the air, misses the shot. Back tapped, and Oakland will keep it. 8 to shoot for the Golden Grizzlies. Golke gets space. The 3-ball, no. And Chris Conway grabs the rebound. A third opportunity here for Oakland.
And Oakland has done that about 4 or 5 times in this second half, just creating extra opportunities by keeping the ball alive on the backboard, but so far unable to convert.
Lampman finding Cole. 3 try, no. Way off target. And that time it comes out to Arnett. And here comes Cleveland State. They can tie with a 3. Arnett down low. Enaruna scores. It's a 1-point game.
And a great bounce pass by Dylan Arnett to Tristan Enaruna, cutting from the corner. Just perfect execution offensively against that zone. And on this end, Oakland is they're falling in love with the three-point shot too much. They're just settling. Starting to get a little tired, a little fatigue setting in, and unable to knock down some of those threes they were hitting earlier.
Townsend finding Conway, and he's fouled.
All of a sudden, you start falling in love with it, but that last possession, they got the ball inside, ran a great little high, limiting Tae Townsend. But Chris Conway has been effective in there, so expect the Grizzlies to continue to try to get that ball inside and play inside to out, get Cleveland State's defense to draw in a little bit, then you take those threes on the kick out.
3-point lead now for Oakland as Cleveland State comes back down the floor with Chase Robinson. Arnett high over 2 defenders and gets it to. Tae Townsend going to work against Enaruna. Can't get it over him.
And that was good defense by Tristan Enaruna. Just held his ground and went straight up and used his length to his advantage there. Of course, that tough shot by Tae Townsend.
Arnett lost it, and Tae Townsend gets it back. Oakland, the 1-point lead. Cleveland State hasn't led since early in the second half. They scored the first basket of the second half. Oakland has led ever since. Blake Lampman for 3. That's good.
And a much-needed basket for a guy who's had a pretty quiet night offensively, but again, just running a lot of misdirection. They tried to get the high-low to Conway, and there wasn't open. It was well defended, and Lampman knocked it down the 3.
Chase Robinson misses the answer try. Lampman, a guy that averages almost 14 a game. That was his first basket tonight.
Well, it just goes to show the versatility of this team. So many guys can step up and make baskets, and we see almost a great steal there by Drew Lauder. But that last offensive possession was a great possession for Oakland. They got all the way through what they were trying to do. Hard to focus on 1 or 2 guys because they have 4 or 5 that can beat you offensively.
10 to shoot now for Oakland. DQ Cole. Lampman with 5. Lampman with 3. Misses that 3. Five and a half minutes remaining in this first semifinal. Jason Woodrich misses the 3. Tae Williams, the tip back, no. Gets it back and misses there. Townsend had to be careful with 3 fouls. Gave some space to Williams, but couldn't get it to fall.
And Tae Williams, great offensive rebound, just was unable to finish. And Oakland's going to start to slow this down a little bit here. It's got to execute. Don't be in a hurry. Don't take a quick, bad shot. Execute your offense.
Jack Golke for 3. Oh, my goodness.
Or just come off the screen and knock out your 7th 3 of the game. That works too.
21 for Golke. It didn't even look like he was set up to shoot. And now Lauder the miss. And a foul coming up against Conway. Going for the rebound against Woodrich. Just let me shoot it. First one good for Jake.
To make that one.
7 of 13 from 3 tonight. 21 points for Jack Golke for Oakland. They've got a 5-point lead. Kolke thought about it. He's going to take it. That time misses. Tae Williams back down the floor. Williams with 20 and 12 tonight, and he'll add to it if he can make some.
Oh, there. Good job by Blake Lampman of not allowing him to finish, go to the free throw line, and make him earn it the hard way.
The win for Cleveland State, but that has been the one area where he's going to have to really improve. 45% free throw shooter, 2 of 5 tonight. Makes that one. He's a really good player.
He is. He's having a great night, able to knock down that free throw. But you see Cleveland State here just picking up the full court pressure, almost trying to just wear Oakland down, just make them use a lot of energy just to get the ball over half court. Now there's under 20 seconds left before they even get into what they're trying to do.
4-minute mark of the second half. 10 seconds to shoot for Oakland. DQ Cole on the baseline. 5 to shoot. Lampman for 3. In and out. Rebounded Tevin Smith.
And from our angle, that one looked pretty good leaving his hands. It just spun out. So for Cleveland State here, get Tristan Enaruna the ball in the high post area. He's been really successful there this whole game. See if you can get it to him in there and he can create.
Enaruna in the post against Conway, who's playing with 4 fouls. Louder with 5 to shoot. Fouled by DQ Cole. This whole season. He's Horizon League 6th Man of the Year, but 7th in three-point makes in a single season. So Drew Louder at the free throw line was fouled with 3 shots.
There was some contact on the hand right there, and the officials saw enough to call the foul, and Drew Louder knocking down all 3 free throws. So depending on how the rest of this game goes, that is certainly going to be a play to keep an eye on. And remember, a huge momentum swing right there.
1-point game, 3:15 to go. Horizon League semifinal number 1. Blake Lampman's got it now. Drives to the rim, left open to score.
And there was a ton of contact on that layup, and Greg Campy and his bench going crazy, and rightfully so. I'm not sure how the officials missed that, but nonetheless, we play on. 3-point game.
Now Enaruna back up to the top. Drew Louder's got it with 10 to shoot. Against Lampman, takes a screen. Long 3 and drills it!
Every right to be upset about that. And we'll see how the last 2.5 minutes of this game play out, but tied up with 2.5 minutes to go. Wouldn't expect anything less in the conference tournament.
7 ties, 7 lead changes in this one, and now Tae Williams, the foul on DQ and 2. DQ Cole misses the free throw. Cleveland State can take the lead.
Cleveland State's got Tevin Smith in there. Tristan Enaruna down on that baseline, trying to get an open area, find a spot.
And now Townsend coming out top to guard Williams. Enaruna against Conway with 4 fouls, 6 to shoot. Enaruna, no. And a rebound to Townsend. Big stop for the Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, and a big rebound there by Trey Townsend. Greg Campion was pleading with his team to not give up a second chance here, but you got to get the ball in the hands of number 4 in white. Let him try to make a play to retake the lead.
He's got it. Townsend on the move, and a blocking foul is called on Enaruna. Was trying to draw the charge, but these are huge free throws for the Horizon League Player of the Year. And he hits the first championship game for the first time since the 2021 season.
Get fouled, get to the free throw line for both of these teams. Cleveland State's got Tevin Smith back there in the high post, and Tristan Enaruna a couple times has cut back door from that corner on the right side where he is now.
Cole up top. Guarding Louder. Now Tevin Smith nearly lost it. Kolke's got it.
And Danielle Robinson knows his team better than I do, obviously. Tevin Smith has not been in there a lot tonight. Tristan Enaruna is a bigger target and is able to make a play, get to the rim. I like putting him in there a little bit more.
Lampman finds Cole with 12 to shoot. Now on the drive, Trey Townsend draws the foul on Tevin Smith. As the Horizon League Player of the Year, a forward that gets to the line a lot.
Possession game. But if you're Oakland right now, you got to focus on your defense. Your defense has to win the game for you. It's what got you to this point. You got to focus on your defense, and you cannot give up an offensive rebound under any circumstances.
Here we go. 1:03 left. 3-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies. Drew Lauder to tie it. No. Rebound Kolke. Oakland basketball with 50 seconds left.
If you're Cleveland State, you obviously don't need to foul. You're only down 3. More than enough time to get it back, but you got to get a stop here. You can't give up an offensive rebound. You got to get a stop without fouling to keep this a one-possession game.
10 to shoot. DQ Cole at the top. Now 7 seconds. 5. They go to Townsend. Puts it up. No. Rebounded Tevin Smith. Shot clock off.
If you're Cleveland State, you go quick. You don't have to get a 3. They're going to get a timeout here. Plenty of time left. You don't have to go.
1 for its last 8 from the field. Tevin Smith to inbound to Drew Lauder. Lauder guarded by Cole. Here's Enaruna with it now. Drives on Conway. No. Tipped. Golke's got it to Cole, and Lauder has to foul with 7. And he has had a wonderful 2 years at Cleveland State. Free throw attempt. He missed. Here goes Woodrich down the floor. 4 seconds. 3 and a foul.
On the arm, Jason Woodrich already in the process of shooting.
He's a very good free throw shooter. Makes the second.
Why they called it, Tone Hunter, you just got to be smarter than that.
Misses. 2, now 1.8 and a foul. Townsend hits the first.
Great if he makes this free throw.
Townsend the miss. 1 second. Woodrich, the 3 won't go.